Today I'm starting my brand new video series titled What I Wish My Younger Self Knew. And what better place to start than relationships? No matter what kind of relationship you have, you are in some sort of a relationship. It may not be a romantic relationship, but it might be. But think about it. We have relationships all day long, every day, unless we're hermits. But even with ourselves, we have relationships. Relationships aren't excluded to other people. And that is also the second topic of my video today, which is self worth. All right, so I'm just going with it here. I don't follow a script. I don't even know the next thing that I'm going to say. What I'm pulling from is my 62 years of experience and wisdom. And if I can throw out any golden nuggets to you, I hope you can just grab onto them and take them for what they are and leave the rest. That's how it works, right? It's a relationship, it's give and take. Listen, love, learn, and exchange in an honest, open, authentic, truthful manner. Did I forget anything? What else is there? Um, hmm. I'll think of that later. Now, one thing that my younger self didn't know or didn't understand about relationships is that it is give and take. And what I say by that is being a woman, and I know many other women are in the same boat, but there's also men in the same boat as well. We give and we give and we give in our relationships until we are depleted and have nothing left to give. Do you feel me there? It's not always giving to someone else, but you need to know how you're also going to fill up your cup. How are you going to continue? And I'm not saying don't give. Please don't understand me there, because I'm a people pleaser and I love giving, right? But comes a point where you can feel like I need to be filled up too. And what does that have to do with? At the core, it's my belief that has to do with self-worth. Maybe you don't feel worthy. Maybe I didn't feel worthy, that I was worthy of receiving what I needed from that relationship to make me feel fulfilled and inspired and beautiful and loved. So I invite you to take that in just for a minute. Realize and remember, maybe just recognize that you're worthy. You're worthy of receiving the kind of love, the kind of support, the kind of value and authenticity in the relationship that you deserve to have. And why do you deserve that? Because you're a human being. You're someone who has hopes and dreams and goals and ambitions, just like the next person. And when I was in relationships with people that didn't recognize, honor, or see that, and remember, I'm not just talking about relationships, romantic relationships. I'm talking about any relationship, a friend, a coworker, a lover, a husband, a partner, whatever you want to call it. But just remember that it takes two to be able to support and to be able to recognize the worthiness. Sometimes we hold on to relationships way too long because we're afraid. We're afraid of being alone, mostly being alone, right? We're afraid of being paralyzed without that other support person in our life. And what are some of the things that we fear, even in a relationship? There's fear of rejection. There's fear of ridicule. There's fear of not being smart enough, or not being pretty enough, or not being good enough, or not being whatever compared to the next person out there that you happen to be comparing yourself to, or you feel like that person in your relationship is comparing yourself to. But I'm here to remind you that you're your own person and you have value and you have the ability to be in the relationship in which you deserve. Not because you think you deserve it, because you know that you are worthy. You are worthy of that love. You are worthy of being loved. Let that sink in. Okay, so getting back to things that I wish I would have known in relationships other than worthiness is, of course, there's always communication, and that works both ways. But you can't just say there's going to be communication. You really need to practice and promote that communication is actually happening. Real, raw, authentic, and compassionate and considerate communication. Boundaries are important. Establishing what you will and what you will not accept, and being very open and honest and forthright about that. But also, equally as important, is following through with those boundaries. Also, just as important to not lose yourself in the process. Remember that in any relationship, you have the right to continue to be yourself, honor yourself, develop yourself. Allow yourself to do, go, be, and explore the things that give you joy. If your husband, wife, friend, partner, lover, coworker, whatever, in relationship XYZ doesn't respect that, then that can be a problem. And that's something that ties back to worthiness. Because you are worthy of being and exploring and developing into your own highest and best potential as a human being. And like I said before, or at least I think I said before, not all relationships are meant to last the duration of a lifetime, right? And that's okay. There really is some truth into that saying, a reason, a season, or a lifetime, okay? I believe that everyone, regardless, comes into our life for a reason. Sometimes we don't always know it. And sometimes those reasons give us pain, sometimes pleasure, but sometimes pain as well. And it's through those lessons of pain where we have the opportunity to claim our worth and to explore what it is that we are here to learn from those lessons. And then to make a decision about what to do next. Oh, I know there's so much more. And iced coffee here. Hope you're drinking some tea or something yummy too. There's more to relationships than what I've told you just now. And I am definitely going to be doing a deeper dive into some of this. But these are just some of my tops, my thoughts from the top of my head right now. Like I said, unscripted, as I'm sure you can tell. Sometimes I'm a little all over the place, and maybe that's what you love about me. I don't know. Give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Well, hopefully not a thumbs down. Give me a thumbs up or a comment. Either way, okay? And if there's anything that you wish your younger self knew about relationships, please write it in the comments because I read every comment. It's really important for me to connect with you in this way. There's so much in this world that's happening that's keeping us disconnected from each other. And I just wanted you to know that I'm here for you through this magical instrument that we call the internet. And I think I'm going to leave you with the thought of you get to look forward. If you're not in it already, or if you don't have it already, you get to look forward to creating the life and the relationship of your dreams. It may not come easily, and it may not come right away. But when you start putting yourself in that mindset and that focus of, here is what I want in a relationship, here are my expectations. Oh, that's the other thing on my list from the beginning that I forgot to say, that I said there was another thing. Expectations. Okay, that's a huge one too. Because when we're in relationships, we always, well, okay, maybe not you, but I know a lot of us do. And I know even I do still do this today, is I superimpose my expectations of how people or how someone should be thinking or treating me or saying to me or doing themselves, right? An expectation that's huge. So when I can try to dial down my expectations and allow that other person to be who they need to be, let me tell you, that will greatly amplify your energy and your relationship with that person. Okay, I had to pause the video for a second because my daughter called. See, relationships. But that's what you do. Even when you're in the middle of recording a video, if it's your daughter, you still answer, or at least I do. Okay. And no, I don't think that has anything to do with setting boundaries. I think it's honestly because I really just love talking to my daughter. And anyways, enough justification. Where were we? Okay, I think we were talking about expectations. I think I said enough about that. But if I didn't, let me know. Write your comments in the comment section, okay? And I'm going to be doing another dive on relationships in the future. But like I said, this is the first of my video series, and I'm really wanting to do these series unscripted, even though all the YouTube gurus out there tell you to follow a script. But, I just want to be real here. And I just want to sit and have coffee with a friend. And let's just talk about things that matter, okay? My channel is all about awakening your awareness. It's about exploring your different ways of thinking and actually growing. And it's about helping people wake up to a deeper way of living, a more fulfilling way of living, maybe stepping away from those old patterns and those old belief systems that no longer serves them, and realizing that we have so much more potential within us, so much more happiness and joy to explore and to expand into. So until next time, please like and subscribe wherever that button is, and pass the video on to somebody who you think might enjoy it. Okay, thanks a lot. See you next time. Hey, thanks for watching to the end. If you'd like to have more conscious conversations about the hidden wisdom in everyday life, I invite you to click on the next video.